Question 3, Vaughan Gethin.
Diolch. Will the First Minister make a statement on investment proposals for the Global Centre of Rail Excellence Development?
Diolch yn fawr. Llywydd, I understand that you have given your permission for questions 3 and 5 to be grouped. Now, the Global Centre of Rail Excellence is a development supported with a commitment of £50 million worth of Welsh Government funding and £20 million of UK Government funding. And GCRE is currently in the process of securing private investment for capital construction of the facility and is in a detailed dialogue with a potential funder.
Thank you for that answer, First Minister. The GCRE development is a Welsh Government-led success story in the making. It's a good example of what an active government can do, leading on place-based economic development whilst working with local partners. It has the potential not only to be a unique centre across Europe for testing and research in the rail industry, but also, and importantly, to create large numbers of well-paid jobs. I want GCRE to be a success as soon as possible, but I'm interested, First Minister, in the timescale for significant further work to be undertaken to deliver on that economic development and transport sector potential. I note what you said about ongoing investor proposals. Can you tell us, First Minister, whether you expect further significant physical work to take place at the GCRE development site in the next 12 months? Or if you're not able to commit to that, can you confirm when and how the Senedd will be kept informed on progress on what should be a success story for Wales?
And thank you, Vaughan, for your enthusiasm and commitment to this programme. We are committed to delivering the GCRE through the programme for government. Now, you'll be aware that there have been many issues that have hampered securing private sector investment to date that have been completely beyond control of the Welsh Government and GCRE, which launched in early 23 in, of course, what was one of the most challenging of investment environments. Now, the funding options remaining still focus firmly on a private sector solution. We are working through contingency plans, which will include, though, both private and public funding sources, just to make sure everything is covered. I'm sure you will understand that there are commercial sensitivities around such deals. I'm very mindful not to prejudice any ongoing negotiations, and all of the options must, though, secure funding to work for work to start this Senedd term. So we do hope that things will move quickly, and I will, of course, provide updates once those commercial sensitivities are over.
Hefin David.
I can assure you, Llywydd, there's no collusion in the choice of these questions today. But I've been to visit the Global Centre for Rail Excellence. I've had a tour of the site. It's got huge potential, not only as a world-class and one of the few testing rail centres in Europe, but also as a technology park and a renewable energy area too. I've worked with, and I'm looking for, potential partner investors in addition to those who are currently involved. And I would ask the Welsh Government, can they do the same? Can they use their resources to use those contacts that they've got to find those additional supportive investors in the areas I've just mentioned? And also, the spring statement is coming up in Westminster on the 26th of March. I hate to sound like Rhun ap Iorwerth, but it would be helpful for the government to speak with the UK government to see what further support can be given as further investment and support for this project, which could be employing initially 1,100 people, but more so as that park develops.
Well, thanks very much. And, you know, I think it's really exciting. GCRE could be a site for world-class rail and mobility research, testing and showcasing, and it would become the UK's first ever net zero in operation railway supporting innovations that are needed to decarbonise both the UK and the European railways. A recent report highlighted that GCRE was a very high value for money project, and as you suggest, that over 1,000 jobs, which is not insignificant, and a potential £300 million uplift for the local economy. So this is really serious. What we do know is that strong commercial demand exists for a purpose-built facility for European rail innovations. Already, around 200 companies have indicated their desire to use this, this facility. But you're quite right, we need to continue discussing with the UK government, but we've already put a substantial amount of funding in. I do think it's time now for the private sector to come in and play their part. But of course, we want local people to benefit from those opportunities as well.